Hello there. Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Wallgreens exclusive Star Wars Black Series action figure of Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, this is a figure I was really excited about, even though it has cloth on the figure, which I normally hate, but I think the contrast of, like, plastic to cloth in regards to, like, hard armor and like fabric in the world of the Star Wars universe, I think it actually kind of works, and it's pretty minimal cloth as far as the front of it goes. This is a pretty standard Clone Trooper figure. I've reviewed plenty of these, so I'm going to skip most of the mucky-muck details on that as far as articulation. One thing worth noting is that there is a hole on the belt here for the lightsaber's little plug to plug into, so that's fun. We have these little circles here which help support the fabric running down the front of the armor here. The armor is well done. I dig that. The paint between like the black and white is pretty good. The way the fabric flows there towards the front is pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the way the cape lays as far as like it's like there's no like stitching or design work. It's just a straight piece of fabric that you have to like bend into a certain way to get it to hang in a way that you want, you know, because it could bunch up in the back if you don't kind of, you know, puncture it the right way or, you know, bend it the right way. But like right now, right here, this exact thing that I did, I dig the way that flows. I think that looks pretty good. It's not bunchy in the back. It doesn't get foldy or weird or anything. Speaking of weird, we got to talk about this head because it's a magnificent sculpt. Like, it's the best Obi-Wan head I've ever seen. It puts the old Episode 3 Black Series head way to shame. Look at that. It totally looks like Ewan McGregor. It has a magnificently sculpted beard. It is a thing of beauty. The way his hair flows down looks awesome on the top of his head. Eyeballs, or like that printed eye process they have, like it looks really good. Eyebrows. Even just like the lip underneath the beard there, it's really, really great. But what's weird is the shading. They got so heavy-handed with this like orange, like rouge on his side of his face. And I saw a bunch of these at multiple Wallgreens, and they're all just douched with this like orange paint. A lot of it bleeds right over into the eyes or into the beard. So I had to be really nitpicky with finding one that didn't mess up my beard or eyeballs, but they all go past like the eye area. It's just such a strange choice. I understand face shading, but this is ridiculous. Despite that complaint, the sculpt on the head is just outstanding. His hair is awesome. His beard is awesome. The likeness is awesome. This lightsaber is pretty darn good. I like the use of colors. It's a good sculpt. As usual, the blade is removable from the hilt. We can plug the hilt onto his little spot right there on the little light belt there, although it does poke into the thigh piece right there, right there, so it can't lay, it can kind of go right in front of the tip or right behind the tip. You have to pick one. Also, let's talk about this. This comes with a Star Wars Black Series figure stand. This is the first time I've seen that, and I am genuinely surprised they included it, because yay figure stands, but also, like, really now in 2019, like, not like I'm complaining that they could have included it before, but like, this series has been running for a long time, and now we're getting a figure stand. It's just weird, but it's interesting too, because it only supports the 1 foot, so like now your figure will always be a little uneven. So that's an interesting choice, an interesting way to go. Having said that though, come on, this figure's rad. The head sculpt alone is worth the price. Pivot his ankle a little bit, then you can get him to be, there we go. Yeah, the head sculpt alone, amazing. It does suffer from the one thing that I hate with a lot of Hasbro figures, is they include a trigger finger when the figure doesn't come with a gun or anything that you would use your trigger finger for. And I get it. This is a Clone Trooper figure, and those all carried blasters. I just wish they could have like sculpted a fist hand like this left hand, and just had the two, because when you're repurposing the body, it just sucks that you're stuck with a trigger finger hand. Minor complaint. Look at that head. Just look at the head and just let that be the good thing about this. I think this is pretty awesome. I'm really glad they made it. I'm a particularly big fan of the Clone Wars TV series, so having a figure of General Kenobi, just awesome. So props for doing this. It took me a hot second to get the lightsaber into his hand, but man, I think this looks freaking cool. I'm a big fan of when Hasbro takes animated characters from the animated shows and makes them a little more realistic looking. I think it's really fun, and this certainly no exception. I really dig this. I think it looks just freaking rad if I haven't mentioned that enough. So yeah, there you go. I love this figure. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you want, you can follow me on social medias. I'll put up the links right now.